Community focused. Community focused. We're here for you. With me and you. On our point of view. At 5 o'clock. You're North London. The podcast crew. A week in review. We're here for you. Yeah.
Hooray! Hooray!
Community Focus is an art centre for children and adults with disabilities. We are based in the Borough of Barnet, North London, and offer a selection of creative and well-being activities for all ages.
In the room we have
Gila,
Carol,
Philip.
Remy.
Babak.
Jonathan.
And Amia.
In this episode, we reflect on our visits to CJ's Bakery. There, delicious cakes are baked while providing meaningful employment to a team with learning disabilities. We also explore whether concerts and gigs are accessible to people with disabilities, sharing some of our personal experiences. Plus, Poetry Corner makes its return. This week's poets are Carol and Babak.
Carol, what have you been doing this week?
So I was at home and I was playing video games when suddenly my computer started glitching weirdly. So I tried to find out what the problem was, and suddenly I pressed the key and it sucked me into the game, and I was screaming for help but no one heard me. And I kept screaming and screaming until my voice ran out and it started hurting. And then I explored the game and I was stuck there forever. But then suddenly I woke up and I realised it was all just a dream.
Oh.
Gila, what did you do this week?
So this week I went to CJ's Bakery and I invited some of our podcast friends to come to CJ's Bakery and just to ask some questions to the boss, and they got some insight to what we do at the bakery. So that was a lot of fun. It made me feel proud that I can invite the podcast crew to the bakery and I can show the podcast crew what it's like to be in a bakery. So, and also it made me feel a bit tired afterwards, but I love how the bakery and community focus is connected in how they work together. Jonathan, how was your week?
My week could have been better. I have had a bit of a cold throughout this week, but I'm mostly okay now, and I was glad I was at least okay enough for us to all be there for CJ's Bakery, so that was good. I wish my cold was completely gone by then, but yeah, what matters is I went.
It was marvellous. It's very good. Asking these questions to the staff up there and the manager as well. And there's a certain person here. I'm not mentioning her name, but she really loves working up there, don't you?
Yes.
And How long have you been working up there?
I think 3 years.
I think it was marvellous because it helps with people with learning difficulties, and your manager really understands, doesn't she, about disabled people and how they be treated as well. Balak, what have you been up to this week?
This week, I went to the CJ Up and was brilliant. What they're doing for the disability is fantastic. What they're doing, I'm so proud of them.
And are you going to buy some cakes from them?
Yes, I am.
45 Nowhere Street is a spine-tingling soap opera, written and performed by the drama students at Community Focus. Listen now, or the fog will get you. Oh! 45 Nowhere Street.
Welcome, dear travellers. How may I, spirits, help your soul?
Well, I came here to look for a friend of mine called Margaret.
Margaret.
Margaret. And other friends got turned into a doll. Believe it or not, you're my last hope. I need to find Margaret to get my hands on friendship.
Very well, let me consult my crystal ball on spirits of Margaret. Please show yourself.
Show yourself, show yourself, show yourself, show yourself.
Cluck, cluck, cluck.
Margaret, is that you?
Spirit, are you called Margaret?
Margaret? Who's Margaret? I'm Jennifer.
Jennifer?
Yes. Jennifer. I've lost my dentures. Have you seen them?
No, how can we see them?
I was looking over the pier and they fell out of my mouth into the sea. So then naturally I dove straight in after them, and then I woke up in this strange place. Where am I?
You're in the afterlife, Jennifer. You're dead.
Oh dear!
Has anyone seen Margaret?
I'll ask. Has anyone seen someone called Margaret?
Thank you.
Bless you.
Sorry. Are you looking for Margaret? Achoo. Yes, have you seen her? Can't see a thing. Achoo. My eye has been watering for years and years. Turns out seaside is the worst place to go to when you're allergic to seagulls. Achoo. I don't suppose you got any medication?
Be gone. Sorry, that's the afterlife is pretty crowded. There's lots of tragedies around here.
Oh, will you ever get in touch with Margaret?
Let's try the spirit. Reveal yourself.
Oh dear.
Spirit, are you alright?
No, my parachute didn't work.
Oh no.
And when I landed, I got impaled on the Issa dirt line.
Oh no.
And then the cliff that the church was on collapsed onto the ocean.
Oh no.
And then I got eaten by a shark.
Is that it?
Yes.
Oh no.
Looks like it's a sad story, but we don't have all day. Spirit called Margaret.
That doesn't sound familiar. Let me think. Well, howdy, y'all. Y'all are looking for a woman called Margaret?
Yes. Have you seen her?
I just got here myself. I lost the pub quiz.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry to hear that.
And when I got through the fog, there was a bunch of other folk here, including this woman called Margaret. Want me to get here for you?
Please.
Margaret, come over here. Some people want to talk to you.
Hello? Who's there?
Margaret, it's me.
What are you doing here?
We come to find you.
But I'm lost here. The fog is so cold. You need to help me.
But how, Margaret?
You need to. You need to.
Where is she? Where did she go to?
I'm sorry. That's all we have time for today.
But I need to find Margaret.
I have a 4 p.m. pedicure appointment I cannot miss. Shall we try later?
45 Lower Street. Stars Phil, Corey, Nadine and Carol.
So, we're just talking about going to gigs and concerts. Has anyone ever been? Would they like to go? How does it make you feel? The experience around it? Who have you seen, or who would you like to see?
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing out going for concerts because there's no one to really go with me. And on top of that, it's the expense and it's the hassle to book it as well, basically, and the accessibility as well. And it's just too much hassle. I just can't be bothered sometimes because I feel like you can't just say, oh, I'm going to book this and that. You've got to book it for disability, for disabled. It's always a hassle to book it, and then you got to get the seats, and then you got to find out the toilets, and it's like really, do I have to do this? And then you can't be bothered. Well, I can't be bothered anyway. But I would like to go to a concert, and it's the expense. The cost of living going up, it's too expensive. Doesn't matter if you get a discount, it's still expensive.
So you won't be going to see Oasis then for £800 a ticket?
No, couldn't even afford that. I wouldn't be able to afford £800 a ticket. God, I think they priced the prices very high as well.
So I haven't been to a gig or a concert, I don't think, but we did have in our synagogue, we did have someone called Miss Livinia Carr, and she's a drag queen, and I went to see one of her performances, and I felt like I loved her outfit and her makeup, but I just felt a bit like it wasn't for me. I don't think, like, I loved the performance and I loved her outfit and whatever, but I feel like I know it was a performance, but I just felt a bit out of place.
Do you feel confident in going to gigs? Would you feel confident in booking them and going?
Yeah, I think I feel reasonably confident in booking them. I think it depends on how it's all set up, really. You know, these gigs can be set up in different ways. You know, if sometimes the websites can be a bit badly designed, but when they're okay, you know, it's not too bad setting them up. Getting to them can be a little bit of aggro sometimes. I haven't been to a lot, but it was a bit of an annoyance getting to them a couple of times. They aren't always very clear exactly on the directions as to how to get there. But in the end, we managed to, but it could have been easier. They tend to be easier to get back from than to get to, really. Yeah. I think for me personally, it would depend a lot on the circumstances, it would be who would I be there with, and where I would be in relation to the people performing. It's all sorts of little factors involved.
Who's the best person you've ever seen?
I've seen Paul McCartney twice. I've seen the Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds performance, and I've seen Rod Stewart. I'm trying to remember if I've seen any more, but those are the ones that jump out at me. I recall out of the 2 times I saw the Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, I think I preferred it the first time, and I think I'm trying to remember the difference between the 2 times I saw Paul McCartney. I think one of the times I was at the Paul McCartney one, there was a bit of a drunk guy near me who was making a bit of a thing. Yeah, he really wanted Paul McCartney to play Mile of Kintyre. he was dead set on him playing that.
How did you find being in the crowd, Jonathan? Was it all right? Was it too much? Was it too loud?
I was with my parents, and that helps me cope a bit more. I feel better when I'm sort of with my parents, since they're my parents. If I was there by myself, it would be mixed. The independence would be nice, but then not having anyone to sort of fall back on when things get a bit tough to deal with would be difficult.
One time, I went with my family somewhere in London. We went to the ukulele greatest orchestra.
Oh, the ukulele orchestra of Great Britain.
Yeah, and they played like a variety of different songs, and some of like the songs were made into like. It was funny how they were like vocalizing it in different ways, but there was not a lot of people. There was probably around 200 to 100, and at the end I got some merch from the ukulele band, and overall it was funny but good, but like fantastic.
And did you buy the ticket for that, or did your parents buy the ticket for that?
My dad bought it.
Because a lot of people say they don't go to concerts because they find the tickets prohibitive. Like, you get that thing counting you down.
Yes.
When you're in the checkout. It starts like they gives you like 3 minutes to actually finish the purchase, otherwise you lose your tickets. And a lot of people can't deal with that being counted down. It makes them panic.
And so the pricing of the tickets, do you find like going to concerts too expensive, or do you think quite reasonable? How much did you pay for how much was your Paul McCartney tickets? Can you remember?
I can't really remember how much the tickets cost, but whenever cost is involved, it is always sort of a factor. Even if I can afford it, it always makes me think whether it's sort of like worth it, just like, will it be worth the cost? Like, I can afford it, but will I return from it thinking maybe I could have spent that on something else? Maybe it depends. It's kind of always the thing with me in everything that costs. The higher it costs, the more I just like get into this thing where I just rethink it and I have to fight to sort of do it.
How much would you pay to go and watch a gig? The most you would pay for a ticket?
I think that would depend entirely on who it
If
is.
it was one of your favourites, it was their last ever tour.
So you get to Queen. Let's say we spoke about Queen yesterday. How much would you pay to see Queen now with Freddie Mercury?
Well, that would be interesting because he's been dead for quite a while now. So, yeah.
One year I went to see Lionel Richie at Wembley with a carer, and it was absolutely wonderful. I went mad. All the songs, like all night long, hello. And it was, there was a lot of people up there, and I really enjoy it. And I had a good time.
What's it like being with all those thousands of people that were singing the same song as you?
Oh, it's marvellous. It was very good. I really had a good... No, it's one of my favourite singers here, Lionel Richie. And it was very good. I really enjoyed it. I've been to a live concert before, but Lionel Richie is very good.
Have you seen anybody else?
No, I haven't, no.
How long ago was that?
About 10 years ago or 20 years ago.
20 years ago?
Yeah.
In the cinema, they always stick the disabled people at the back, which is really annoying. So I tend to go to the front and try and transfer in the chairs, which is very awkward because the chairs flip up. So it's a bit awkward, but I manage. But if someone has problems transferring, that's going to be an issue. But it's so annoying that you have to go at the back to watch why should you be stuck at the back? It's like when I went to another what's it? And there was a performance at Harrow Arts Centre, and they put all the disabled people right at the back, which is not really fair. So I went. I mean, we were in our own seats and that, obviously, because we're not in the wheelchair. But what it was is they were right at the back, and I thought that was very unfair. And you can't really see the performances because people are in front of you because you're down there, and they're in front of you, so you're seeing the performances, but you're seeing people's heads. So it's a bit of a nuisance with that. And booking, I don't know about, I've never been to a concert, to be fair. I just can't be bothered because it's too much hassle, and I get claustrophobic as well. I don't like to be too much crowded up and stuck together. It's not me. I get anxiety issues when I'm in a closed-in space. Anxiety issues, basically. And why did I have to stick you right at the back as well? And on top of that, it's very expensive, as they're not cheap. I mean, you get a discount, but not that much discount, to be fair. And another thing that I don't get as well is when you go to the cinema, how does this work? You got a carer goes in free, and you've got to pay. The disabled person has to pay the full price. How does that work? Now, if you wanted to go on your own, you've got to pay the full price. What's that about? That doesn't make sense. It's backwards. So if I wanted to go to the cinema on my own, not everybody has carers. You have to pay the full price. But if you go with your carer, the carer goes free and you have to pay your full price. How does that work? That doesn't make sense. But not everybody wants to go with their carer. Some people just go on their own. I go on my own. So I've still got no choice to pay the whole price.
That's really annoying. So you've never been to a concert? You're
never,
a singer?
never. No, never.
You're a singer?
No, never been to a concert. Never.
Who would you like to go and see though?
Beyonce.
But what are the chances of you going to see Beyonce? Because it sounds to me like you've got a lot of hurdles to get over. Like you've got the price.
Yeah. Exactly.
The actual accessibility.
Yeah, and then you're stuck at the back as well. Always stuck at the back. They always shove you at the back, don't they? It's like a football match though, isn't it? I see some people in the football match that they shove you at the back. Some people go to it and they always stick the disabled people at the back. It's like, oh yeah, just shove them at the back. That's what I find anyway. Even in the cinema as well. If you want to go cinema. Anyway, I'm cheeky because what I do, I don't sit where there's designated disabled spaces. I transfer to the chair, and I have to struggle or transfer into the chair, and then I leave the chair there. Sort of, but I have to struggle to transfer into those seats because they're not very easy because they flip up and they're quite small as well.
You're a cinema rebel.
And now it's time
for Poetry Corner.
Hello, my name is Carol, and today I'll be reading a poem called Lonely Life Left Behind. Lonely life like a soul left behind. A stage is wide with puppets of people out of sight. A piano plays by itself, reflecting the spotlight. A soul lost in time, its secrets and fears left behind. A stage empty and hollow from the light fading out of sight. An endless suffering of a lonely life, choosing a side between life or death. Lost in time of Something Left Behind, A Lonely Life Left Behind by Carol.
Well done, Carol. That was lovely.
Carol, that was very good. Thank you. What made you think of that poem?
So I was in a class a few weeks ago at Community Focus, and we were writing poems, and I got the inspiration from a picture of it was like a picture of I think it was an empty room, and then we had to write a poem about that and how it makes us feel. So I decided to write a poem about a lonely life left behind. It's basically presenting a stage with people, but you can't see them, and there's like a spotlight with like a piano playing by itself, so the piano kind of presents music as it presents like people being by themselves, and where it says between life or death, it's basically talking about life and death, like heaven and hell, and which side you're going to choose between that.
This is my poem by Babak. It is by Babak. It's called Sunsets of Flowers, Springing Flowers. The flowers are very nice, and people join the flowers. People smell the flowers. I think people like to smell the flowers, and people enjoy like having laughs and talking about the flowers. I love flowers because it brings nature to the garden, and people like to smell the flowers, and people like to buy flowers to make them happy. The end. It was my idea, because I love flowers, because I go to the park and people enjoy themselves, and they've got garden centres, and I just thought about the idea about flowers. I pick flowers, and my mum picks flowers, I pick flowers. I just like flowers because my mum's like a poet. She writes books for people, she's a poet. So my mum does love flowers, she likes flowers, and it makes her happy, and so that's why I'm there for, to get flowers for her.
Final thoughts.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. If you like what you're listening to, please like, share, spread the podcast amongst your friends, and subscribe or give us a follow. And if you have any ideas, please get in touch. Bye.
Bye.
Community focus. Community focus. We're here for you. With me and you.
On
our point of view. At 5 o'clock. You're North London. The podcast crew.
A week in review.
We're here for you.